Ooh, I believe I am live. I can see a comment there from Kerry Blackmore. Hi, Sean Bex. Hope you're well, Kerry. So we're live. You're still here, obviously. I've literally just posted the next early access video over on here on YouTube, and that's gone up for the members. And we're going to premiere again on Monday with that, and we're going to get some stuff ready for next week, some more unseen stuff for you lovely, wonderful people. And I've got orange again. Well, it will go fully orange if we hit 1,850 subscribers there over on YouTube. So over here on YouTube, should I say. So I believe some people are just joining now. So it's lovely to see you. And I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. And staying at home, staying safe during this lockdown period. It's all we can do, isn't it? We can't go out anywhere. There's nothing open anyway. There's no point. So I hope you're all doing well. Look at that. Keep giving a crazy shadow over there, don't I? So give us a thumbs up on the video. If you're new, say hello. Hi to Lynn. How are you doing, honey? I hope you're well. So I'm literally in the edit suite now, just getting some stuff ready for next week. So we'll have some stuff for members here over on YouTube that'll have access to some exclusive stuff. So that's going to be really good. So make sure you tune in and check that out, because there's going to be members footage posted. So it's not too bad. It's not too shabby. It's going to be quite good. And I've just posted early access video to the Village Farm episode for people on, I've just labeled it the wrong name as well. I've just noticed that for people over here on YouTube as well. So that's up for the members now on the channel. And we'll screen that next week, and we'll have some more unseen footage next week. We've only got about 40 members left, and I will have this full 10 that everybody wants me to do. So as soon as we get to that magic number of 1,850 subscribers on here, I will have a full 10. And I'm also thinking about changing his hair color soon. Just give it a little bit of a rest, and then once it's rested, we will be able to do some magic with it, I think. So it's going to be really good. So I'll just say hello to everybody that's just joined. So we've got Spooky, hello, Andre. Hi Andre, how are you doing? Hey Sean and everyone, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're good. Shazbad666, like the devil, I hope you're good. Lynn, hi to you. Did I say hi to you, Kerry? I'm not sure. Oh, it's Paul. She's sat next to me. Craig Bailey, like Craig David, that isn't it? Hey Sean, hope you and the family are safe and well. Yes, we're doing good and stuff. So it's really good. So it's good. I hope you guys are all enjoying stuff. Yesterday we had the Ghost Dimension quiz, and it went really well, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. And if you fancy, we'll do it again next week, and we'll have another. What's this? It's crashing. Something crashed on the computer. Don't know what it was. We'll have another Ghost Dimension live quiz next week, so that will be fun. And I know some people. Was it yourself, Andre, that commented it was a hard quiz, and it just showed you, even though we think we know the world of paranormal as we know it, it actually expands and goes into various different things, like the Loch Ness Monster, the Bermuda Triangle, that plane crash we talked about yesterday. It all is completely expanded into something completely different. So I think next week we will have again this lovely lockdown quiz with Ghost Dimension, and I enjoyed the backdrop. I might tweak it next week and make it even more interactive. I think Bex might be joining in a second on the comments. I'm not too sure. She's watching the children at the minute from being monkeys, because they came into this room. I don't know if you weren't here and you missed it last week. They came in and they put I can hear them trying to break into the room. They put what's this stuff? The bubble bath on the keyboard, on the television remotes. This didn't work, so I had to peel it open. So I peeled it open. I had to get like a little screwdriver, peeled it open, and lo and behold, there was a load of bubble bath in there, and thankfully it fixed and it worked. And what I have noticed doing this live today, which is completely weird information, is I look very orange again. So I've like got this Donald Trump style orangeness glow to me, which isn't my real glow. There we go. Pasty white boy, see? That Malfoy. Is it Malfoy? Malfoy out of Harry Potter. So yeah, I enjoyed the quiz yesterday. And you know what? If anybody was there with us, I'm just going to try and bring up the cheesy music that we had on the quiz, because this was like my favourite part of the quiz. It was the cheesy music, and I know the questions were hard, but the cheesy music. Oh, here we go. The cheesy music was also quite fun. So let me just find it now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Whoops, I didn't think we got it. Let's have a look. I might not find it again. No. Oh, here we go. Was it one of this one? Was it? I don't know if you're sure. I think it was this one. That was the cheesy music that we had yesterday. I think it worked. I think it worked well, and I think this. I'm not too sure. I think this was the while we're waiting for the answer one. Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was good. It was this one, wasn't it? That's music, and that's what we had on yesterday, Lynn. While we were waiting for the answers, that was the music, and it was good fun. So if you want me to bring that back, I'll bring it back next week. And Beck suggested somehow playing bingo. I don't know how we can do that yet, but we will. If you fancy Ghost Dimension bingo, look at me, orange hands, white hands, orange hands, different light. If you fancy Ghost Dimension, orange again. If you fancy Ghost Dimension bingo, we will bring that in at some point. We just need to work out the logistics to it, and we can do it. What's all going on in the messages there? I don't know what's good. Albino monk from Angels and Demons. What a racket, says Lynn. My wife couldn't stop. This is Andrew. My wife couldn't stop laughing at you dancing. Better than boring presenters who just sit there. You know what? It's about having fun with Ghost Dimension. If you know any of us on the team, we have a laugh, and we are on the show. We have a laugh as well, and we have fun, because it's not always good to be crazy and not normal. You've got to be crazy to be part of Ghost Dimension. While I've got you all here, can you hit the like button? If you don't know where it is, just click the X on the little chat button. There's a like button there with a little thumbs up, and after you've hit that, you can come straight back onto the chat if you wish. You may not want to. So Kinky Headedist is here. Bonjour, Shona. Bonjour, Toyota. Before, I'm going to make sure I remember to tell you the stuff. Monday, we are going to be doing the next Sit Here live chat premiere of the Village Farm Open Air Museum live here on YouTube. That's going to be happening on Monday. Bear might shout at me now if I get the days wrong, but I'm sure on Tuesday, Bear Medicine Walker will be live here direct on Facebook, and she will be giving. So this is a schedule. It's like a TV schedule for next week, isn't it? Bear will be giving her readings, card readings live here on Facebook, and if you've not seen her, she's amazing. Then hopefully on Wednesday, we should, health permitting, have Summer Sparks again, and she will be here on Wednesday giving Summer Sparks readings. I'm sure it's Wednesday. I'm sure I've got the days right, and if I've got them wrong, you know what, I'll announce it anyway, and we'll just get it right. But I'm sure that's the days. And then we're going to be having some more unseen exclusive footage for members being launched next week. I'm digging out the unseen endings to the episodes of Series 1 that you wouldn't have seen, because we cut them off dead quick, because we thought it was cool to have a suspension at the end of the show, but obviously we need to give it. So we're digging that out. So that's coming out, and I don't know if that'll be next week. It might be the week after that, but we've got some more unseen cool footage coming. And on top of that, we've got the quiz. We're going to do another quiz. If you want another quiz, we'll do another quiz live. And if we can work out the schematics of the bingo, we will bring you that as well. So what's happening in the comments there? Hi, Catherine. Hi, Sean. Where is Bex? Miss both of you. I always watch every night. Love it. Thank you so much, Catherine. Well, Bex is currently in the other room managing the children, trying to break into here, because we've now banished them from this room purely for the fact that they were squeezing bubble bath on the keyboard and this chair as well that sits on. It squeezed up. I mean, it smells fantastic in here now, but they were being little monsters and not telling us. So hey, who knows? Oh, and also, if like I said before, we've also missed out the point that if we hit 1850 likes, this face will be dark with the fake tan as well, and there's some more things like that going to be lined up as well. Kinky hedonist, I've got a question for you. Okay. Do blondes really have more fun? Of course they do. Well, I you know what? If Bex is here, you can answer that one, can't you? Do blondes really have more fun, Bex? Lynn's laughing. Bex is here. Hi all. Hi Spooky Mulder. Hi Bex. Sorry, I'm reading them out just as they come. It didn't come up as you were live. It didn't come up as that was live. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't come up as live. Do you know what? It didn't on my phone either. So you got to make sure that you check in at Facebook or in the community tab here, which I didn't post, which is my own fault, that when I will be live, because I will at least be live at once a day, like I've promised to people. So yeah, make sure you check in to that, and you'll know when I'm live. I'm trying to go live roughly at the same time now each day, about between 3 and 3:30. So don't forget, that's the time I'm going to be live. That's the time you can check in, and that's the time we can have some fun. And yesterday was fun with bingo as well. Let me just have a quick look. Amy Franken says, kids monsters? No, never. It's true, Amy. It's true. Craig Bailey, are you going to start making REM pods, Sean? I am, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making. I'm not going to be putting them up on eBay to sell at this moment in time, because it takes a lot of my time to build these things, and I haven't got much of it in the minute with managing all of the stuff we're doing and trying to slot it in and relaxing at the same time. But what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing something for the members over on YouTube where we do like a giveaway at some point to people, and yeah, that I'm going to maybe give away pieces of the equipment and stuff. I don't know how it's going to work yet, but we will happen. That will happen, and I'm going to do that. It's going to be good. Fantastic. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, sugar. Nearly said the swear word then. I'm just trying to squish down the comments so I don't miss anything. And I nearly said the swoosh word. Oh my God. What's this one? Kinky hedonist. You look like you've seen a ghost. Bex did well. She did. Oh, Lee. Mine never came up as being for live for some reason, Mr. K. I don't know why. It's really weird. Do you know what? Mine didn't come up because I normally get it on a notification on here, but mine didn't come up. So let's just, if you're here now and you've joined, make sure you checking me out roughly around 3 o'clock on YouTube. I'll put the notification out on Facebook beforehand, just because I did go live this time. And if not Facebook, YouTube might be a bit slow, I don't know. But sometimes I finish this live and then I get an email about 20 minutes later that I am live, which is bizarre. And today, hiya Bex. Oh, sorry, this is for Bex. Silver chrome fake tan will be good on our telly. Well, I was only saying to Bex just before, because do you remember I obviously got blue and silver, and the silver's still upstairs in the bathroom, and I was saying, maybe I could go to silver. And Bex is saying, well, maybe you'll wake up with no hair on your head and it will all be on the bed. But I don't mind. It's all a bit of fun. You know what I mean? What's going on here? Hi, Bex, I concur. What's going on? Hi, Andre. What are you concurring with? Bex, I can't stand it, Vic. Let his natural colour. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. I love it. I love it. She doesn't like it. Paul, hi Paul. What colour are you going to do with your hair? Green, I believe. Paul's going pine green. Jane's doing green on Paul's hair. So would you going to hit my fake tan mark of 1850 YouTube subscribers? And then we're going to start looking at Paul's. And he's lying when he says he's got no hair, because Jane's already told me she's not cutting it during lockdown, so he's growing it like a granddad. So we're going to do something with it. And you know what, Paul? Jane's already going out, and she said she's buying the what do you call it? What are those permanent markers? Sharpies, green Sharpies to cover any bald patches in. So you'll be fine. You'll be completely fine. because Paul's saying, what hair? What hair? Did you miss telling us about your old house yet? Did I miss you? No. So I haven't. Oh, I forgot. Totally forgot. So we live in a inside of a cemetery, as some of you may or may not know. It's a house which is over 200 years old, and when we first moved into here, we started experiencing paranormal activity. It's been on certain TV shows in the UK. Because we captured some of the activity, but what we do with the activity now, so it's like the door used to open in a bedroom, for example. We used to say, can you just leave the door? And then it didn't, so we had to start wedging the door. And then because we were like, is that a breeze then? And we're like, no, it's not a breeze, because there was no breeze. But the reason we know it wasn't a breeze is because the handle was going down on the door. So we've experienced that, footsteps, bangs, all that. In fact, last night we were hearing stuff. And we were just like, let's just go to sleep. You know what I mean? Let's just go to sleep. People were knocking on the bedroom door. We just went outside, just obviously not the kids. Kids are in bed, but people knocking on the bedroom door. But it's a lovely Gothic, 200-year-old gatehouse inside of a cemetery. And no, we didn't buy it thinking it. When we first came over to look at it and buy it, we actually pulled into the cemetery, and we're like, is this the right address? Because it's a cemetery. And then we were like, oh yeah, it is, it's that house there. So what we did is we drove past it, and it's like a church in the cemetery. We drove to the church to turn around to drive out of the cemetery to go home, and the guy was stood there waving at us going, hiya. We're like, how did he know it was us? Anyway, we pulled over, thought, better go and check it out, and we checked it out, went inside, fell in love because it's so big, the garden's big and all that, and ended up buying it. But yeah, that was the story of it. And then obviously it's not haunted by anything negative or anything like that, but that's how it came about. And obviously the ghost side of it, I think, is just because of the history of it and the age of it, and the people that may have lived here, or maybe people passing through the cemetery, not to go to maybe just visiting their own graves and just walking through, I don't know, and maybe just having a quick look at us, or maybe it's people that we came to come to visit us, but I'm not too sure who it is. But I can tell you for one thing, it's nothing nasty. Jane said she'll colour it. She did indeed. Boris, yes, I am Boris Johnson today. Sharpies first. Well, she will, Paul. She'll find a serious question. Do you think ESP plays a part while ghost hunting? I do. And the reason I do that is because I was talking about it the other day. It's when you're out and you're in a location that's reported to be haunted, you get this gut instinct and feelings come to you where you sort of know where to go, and you know if a building doesn't feel active here, or if there isn't anything. There's multiple times we've been somewhere to check a location out and somebody swear blind it's haunted, and we've gone in and we know it's not. And your gut instinct tells you that. So yeah, absolutely, ESP does play a part in it. But I think for the skeptical minds of people, if you don't believe anything's haunted and you don't want to experience anything, you won't. But you've got to be careful with that, because if you go, well, I believe, you're always going to experience anything. You're always going to experience something, because your mind is going to be open that much that you think a little tap is paranormal, when it could not be paranormal. It might just be the wood relaxing from heating up naturally. It could just be a floorboard settling. And so you have to be very, very careful. But if you have a completely skeptical mind and you block it off, then you're never going to experience anything. You have to be logically thinking, is that real? Is it not real? What could it be? And then once you've ruled any of those scenarios out, then that's when you find out that what you were experiencing is paranormal. And some of it's just blatantly obvious anyway, that it's paranormal. Voices in your ears, for example, or bangs of doors wide opening and slamming shut. You'll iron it out pretty fast. But your brain, with the ESP side, plays a massive, massive part. Good question. Lynn, I might grab a hair colour when I go out in a bit. I think you should, and I think you should dye it, Lynn. Dye it. What colour should you? I think you should go red. Nice red, like the devil. Go red, Lynn. Go red, like the devil. Hi, Lee Mullen. Oh, bugger. Sorry. Jane is locked in the bedroom. I don't know why you've been locking her in the bedroom, Paul. Don't want to know about it. Oh, the cottage. Have I got about the wrong house? Oh, I have, haven't I? Ah, God, I'm sorry. What did I talk? Was I supposed to talk about the cottage in Winsford being haunted? No? Oh, bugger. I think I got it wrong. So I bought this house years ago. It was the first house that I bought. And when I was living in there, things were happening. People didn't really want to stay in there long. And me and Bex invited Bex over, things would happen in the bedroom. I've done a few investigations there. It features on one of the shows. I think Lee's been as well, who's on here now. He's been to the house. And these things that happen in there. I think there's a portal at the top of the stairs. And if you ever get the chance to go, because right now there's a tenant in there renting it because she's happy. If you ever get the chance to go there with us, you'll experience it and you'll understand why. But the bizarre thing about it was when we moved out of the house, which we still own, we were looking through the papers one day and we found the death certificate and the information of somebody that had died in the house, which is bizarre, isn't it? Because you wouldn't normally get that in the papers for the house that you bought, but we did. And it was freaky. So only I knew that information and Bex knew the information. And then when Lee, who did I think it was Lee Craven, was the psychic medium that came with me to the house and did his psychic stuff in the house, he came up with the name of the person that he didn't know. Nobody knew, and I didn't tell anybody who that was. But he came up with it, so it was amazing. So it was good. It was really good. Amy Jackson, hi, love. Hope you're well. I believe, so Paul says, I believe you become more sensitive to energies and your surroundings when doing paranormal investigations. So yes, you develop a certain amount of ESP. And it looks like I'm just getting a bit taken out of me by you, Bex and Kinky Hedonist. I am useless. Sandal Cottages, blonde moment. I'm going to skip through some of these. Yeah. Oh my God. Very blonde, says Bex. Kerry Blackmore says, sleep with one eye open, Paul. What sleep, Kerry, says Paul. I'm just reading these. I know you've probably seen a few of them. Yeah, it was Sandhole. Absolutely. I thought you did. I thought you went twice, Lee. I thought you did. Let me just read. Sandal Cottages, the spirit box kept swearing at me. I think it did. I remember that, Lee. Absolutely. Was it your spirit box as well? I can't remember. I was talking about the wrong house, but somebody dyed me hair blonde, so I think that's what it's done. It's just gone, boop. But you know what I've done now? I've given 2 stories of 2 different houses. So how fantastic is that? Hey, I've talked about 2 separate haunted houses, which is, double the money. Double the money. If you've just joined us, don't forget to give the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Boom. And don't forget to subscribe if you want me to go pretty much dark. I know everybody on here is subscribed already because you're fantastic. What's that say? Sadly, she can't have her hair dyed as she would have an allergic reaction and end up in hospital, even though I'm not that twisted. Now, Paul, yes, she can have her hair dyed because I've done it. So don't let Paul, Jane get away with that, guys. I've actually dyed Jane's hair in our house. So there is hair dye that works on Jane's hair. And if she's worried about sensitivity, we can always get the temporary spray on stuff. But we tested it first. We've got to do a patch test on Jane. That's all we've got to do. And then we can dye it. Yeah. All right. We all love you. Oh, thank you so much. That's nice of you, that. Thanks, Kerry. Thank you very much. So, yeah. So we're definitely getting Paul's hair dyed. But at some point that'll happen. We're trying to build up a bigger audience for everybody to make it even more fun. Hair chalk. Good idea. Hair chalk. There we go. There we go. Amy Jackson, leave her alone. Yeah, leave her alone. And Honor Celeste. What was that now, Lee? No, it was your spirit box. Remember Liz high-fived a spirit caught on SLS? I do. I do remember that, and I remember our press agent speaking to us about it. And you know, all right, we capture some amazing pieces of evidence sometimes. That to me was an amazing piece of evidence when the ghost high-fived on the SLS. Allerton Orangery was an amazing piece of evidence when the beam got broken and something physically saw something get hit. So our press agent said, do you want me to push on out as PR informations to the national papers? I said, yeah, of course, do it. And the papers come back and said, it's good, it's really good, but it ain't a chair flying, it ain't somebody levitating, it's too scientific. We only want the bizarre stuff that looks sort of not real. I was like, well, that's great, isn't it? So we proved the existence of something potentially by capturing it on camera, and because it's not wacky enough for the paper, you don't want to publish it. So that's stupidness of the press. What do you say? Paul saying, no, you did, mate. You put streaks in, which is a peroxide. She's okay with that, but not hair dyes. Ooh, getting very angry there, Paul. Hey, get locked in that room now where Jane is. Get Jane on here. You are very angry. Go and sit in the room like a naughty boy, right? We've just worked out that we can put something else on it, yeah? And for that, you're having your eyebrows shaved off. No, I'm only joking. He knows I'm only joking. Kinky Hairdenist, in your opinion, what is the most convincing... Sorry, it flicked up, which I should have just read on the screen. Piece of evidence you have personally experienced to this date. Is that what it said? Yeah. Obviously, I mean, I've seen stuff in Newsham Park, which is full, like, misty figure, which we've talked about in the past. And I don't know if you've heard that. But what we've caught on camera had to have been, it was two incidences, and I'm sure we've documented both on the episode of the Orangery. One was I know we've definitely documented the beam being broken. Something walked from one REM pod, broke the beam, hit the next REM pod, and then like went, oh bugger, turned around, walked through the beam again and back, and we physically caught the beam being broken in midair. You could see it where it hit something, it didn't exist, and it hit a solid object, it wasn't there. And that was one. And in that very same episode, Bex pointed out that there was a leaf in the corner of the screen on the lock-off camera as well, and it vanished out of sight. And when we did, I think we did a side-by-side, and it's just no physical way it could have just vanished, especially with the wind and stuff. It wasn't on. And for me, those two pieces of evidence have been amazing. Really have been amazing. But it's been so many. There's been so many. Amy Jackson, why don't you wear a head camera when you see something? I was watching Leeds Library, and you and Paul both seen someone. If you had head cams on, I would have seen. We're looking at introducing like maybe body cams as well, potentially head cams. But because you're putting, well, I tell you the reason, my reasoning behind it. It's a great idea. Yeah, it's a really good idea. But if you ever go into like a room, for example, cellars are good. Yeah, so if you go into a cellar and there's a lot of wires above your head, yeah, you're gonna, if you've got a lot of electricity around you, you're gonna start hearing things and seeing things that aren't there. It's a scientific fact, and it's been proven, and it's because it distorts things inside of your head. And I think if you have something strapped to your head that's got electric current in it, even though it's only minute, I think it could heighten what we believe we're seeing, and then give off too many false positives. So we go, what was that? And we didn't actually see anything. We're just experiencing this sensation because we've got something that's electrical strapped to our head. And I think that could cause more false positives than it could. But what we're doing is Paul's got hold of a 360 camera. So we're trying to get one now as well, which is 360 IR infrared. Because the one that Paul's got is just like a daytime 360 camera. And once we've introduced this infrared 360, you'll be able to see around the entire room that we're investigating in. So if we see something and it's over there, then we can actually just look at the same timeline on the 360 camera and just show you it there. And if it's behind us, we can show you. We may have not seen it. We may have heard it walking behind us, but then the 360 camera would have caught it. So that's what we're going to do. It's a good idea. And yeah, Paul's just said the same thing. We're looking at getting some new cameras when we get back into it. But it was a good question, Naomi. It's a really good question. What's Beck saying? Mine Vic was in Newsham Asylum in the early days. So there were 7 of us in total, and the public had gone home. We stood on a landing and shouted out, and then we heard a trolley go past us upstairs. And I can't see the rest of the comment, but I know we heard a voice as well. I remember that voice. That face in Leeds Market, watching it at the very start, Leeds Market, yeah. Listen, there was also, and I haven't pointed it out yet, in Leeds Market, Morley Market, it was in Leeds, I think. If in part of the investigation, there's a broom that goes like that in the background on its own, and I never pointed it out because it looked. There was a Disney film where the brooms all move on their own. I can't remember what it was. I think it's that one that goes "Ba-ba-dee-doo, ba-da-ba-dee-doo, ba-dee-ba-dee, ba-ba-dee-doo." Right, it's that one, but it just looked like that. So when we premiere that again, we'll have to point it out. But that happened as well. Amazing. It seems like your hair could have its own spin-off series. Yeah, it could, couldn't it? Them moans we found later out was a geriatric ward upstairs. It was, Bex. That was she's talking about Newsham Park there. Absolutely. And it was an amazing night at the Orangery. It was really, really good. See, this is what I love about Ghost Dimensions. There is no faking, etc. It isn't, we could fake it and just make it completely shambolic, but there's no point to it because it doesn't do anything. You can still make an amazing paranormal investigative show without having to fake it, because it just gets too samey if you fake it, doesn't it? Because we've all seen shows that do it. I remember being slammed by a young whippersnapper that came up trying to bite our heels. It wasn't recent, it must have been last year, I think, or the year before. Made his own series, and he was having to go at us for something. And we don't react. And the reason we don't react is because we've put a lot of time and effort into making these things. And you know what? If you don't believe it or you have a problem with it, it's fine. But we go out there and we do as best we can to make sure we find as much. Sometimes things don't really happen well, and they don't happen as good as we want them to. But at least we had a go. And you know what? At least if it didn't work out well, hopefully we told a fantastic piece of history and story at the start of the show, and give some credibility to the location if it had a little bit of a haunting. So, and you probably know that already because you've watched all of the shows. So thank you for that. Just curious, how much have you all spent on equipment, REM pods, etc. for Ghost Dimensions? I wouldn't have a clue without literally writing it down, because we've spent a lot, and there's a lot of camera equipment and stuff like that. So it's a hard number, It's a hard number. And we also make our own equipment as well. I will try and find out for you, buddy. Yeah, Bex is right there. That's why we try and take some of the members of the public with us so they can see. And Lee is a classic example of that. Lee Mullen has been in and experienced it. I've not got COVID. Just got a smoker's cough. Now, don't need smoker's cough comments, okay? Lee Mullen. I have a pacemaker, and when I go out ghost hunting, I feel strange as I'm certain it is used, oh my God, by spirits to draw energy from. Nothing bad. Let's hope not, Lee, because otherwise you'll be passing out going, oh, hit me back. Nothing bad as it happens to me, but it's a great way for me to know I'm good. It's good. Just be careful with that one, though, Lee, because imagine if you've got a really powerful spirit and it's used a lot of it and you started having a bit of an heart attack, it wouldn't be good. But I'm sure, because you've done it for quite a while now, where that limit is and you know how to deal with that. So that's good, though. It's interesting that they do that, T-Lee. It's good. My typing went all wonky there, says Lee. Let's have a look. There we go. If you come to Chestnut, I'd love to meet you guys. You probably can. You probably will, and you probably can. There we go. Bro, so Monday we're back with our premiere at 8:30 on YouTube. Tomorrow I'll be back at around 3 o'clock as well. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up after the video finishes. And it was lovely to speak to you all again. And next week I'll bring in some more of that quiz as well, and we'll have another quiz time, and we'll keep us all entertained while we are here in crazy lockdown land. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Thank you, guys.